Hello, everyone. Hello. I hope you're all having an amazing, amazing day. I hope your day has been productive and fruitful. I hope you've been able to do all the things you've been wanting to accomplish here today as we inch closer to day 100 of the year 2023. We're talking about why personal growth matters. If we haven't met before, if we haven't connected, my name is Miguel Lebron, and I'm a personal growth strategist. I'm the host of the podcast Strategy Rewind, and I work with individuals so they may think strategically and accomplish their goals. How many times have you had a goal that you want to accomplish, but for some reason or another get derailed, get stuck, lose energy, lose desire, lose the will to continue? And I think that actually goes back to having the ability to think strategically. And so I team up with people that want to think strategically and conquer their goals. If that's you, hit me up. Visit miguellebron.com. Let's get connected together. There's a free 30-minute clarity call that you can actually tap into, and we can start working together. Hey, why personal growth matters is today's topic. Of course, we are live on the Wisdom app. So as everyone connects on the Wisdom application, feel free to hit that button and become a guest. And we are talking about why personal growth matters. Personal growth is such an important topic, and we have to start talking about why it's important. Self improvement products in the US bring an estimated $9.9 billion annually. So obviously, people are investing money in self help books, videos, DVDs, cassettes. I don't know if people do cassettes anymore, right? So what this means is that people are actually investing in themselves. But why? Why so much desire? Why so much desire? I mean, in comparison, the beauty industry uh, has an enormous $265 billion market. And so, I mean, in comparison to the 9.9 billion, you see that there's something happening here, right? Right? That is such a massive number. Right? What these impressive numbers tell us is that Americans spend nearly 33 times more of their hard-earned cash, of their hard-earned money on music, movies, and personal appearance, as opposed to actually investing in their growth. So where it seems like a lot of people are investing in their personal growth, the numbers seem to say different. The numbers seem to suggest that indeed people aren't investing as they should, right? So I think the data must be illustrating something here, which is that people's attention, people's priorities seem to be out of whack. Wouldn't you agree? Are you more concerned on looking beautiful, or are you more concerned on actually living out your best life and actually doing the things that matter the most to you? So now the question is, well, why would I choose to not invest money, I don't know, in the Starbucks latest drink versus investing time with a coach? Why would I choose to not invest in watching another YouTube video instead of actually being in a coaching project? Like, why would I not? Like, here's the battle, the dilemma that we see. So I want to present to you a couple reasons why personal growth matters. Number one, if you invest in yourself, in your personal growth, what will happen is that you'll have healthier relationships. Because as you level up your conversation, your thinking, your attitude, your behavior, all of that levels up. Right? There's no way for you to level up, become better, grow, mature, and that your conversation be immature. That just doesn't happen. This is why we can freely say, when I was a child, I spoke like a child. I reasoned like a child. I made decisions like a child. But as I became older, what happened? Ideally, the individual can say, I became mature and I made better, mature decisions. But just because you may have now the legal age of driving or the legal age of drinking or the legal age to do as you please, it doesn't mean that you have actually matured totally. And so, one of the key ways to actually see is the relationships that you keep, relationships with your family, with your children, your coworker, your loved one, and even that primary relationship that so many people neglect, which is the relationship with themselves. So individuals oftentimes will avoid their emotions, avoid actually having real conversations. But when your relationships are low quality, your life is low quality. And look around. When your relationships are not impactful, are not something that you look forward to, are not something that is encouraging you, listen, everything else is low quality. On the other side of the coin, when your relationships are healthy and vibrant, you reap the benefits in a profound way. Notice that when you have conversations with people that have a fixed mindset, it's much more different. It feels different compared to someone who has a growth mindset, someone who is driven and wants to accomplish more. And so when you decide to surround yourself with those type of people, it elevates you. This is why you may or may not have experienced or seen individuals that have trouble going back to their old high school or their old job or their old town where they used to do the old things that they left behind. Why? Because most often they'll find someone that still hasn't grown up, still hasn't developed. And you don't have to go cross country to experience this. Sometimes the family member you have right around the corner is the one that has not yet grown up. When you invest in your personal growth, your relationships, they level up. That's the first thing we need to look at. The second thing is that when you decide to invest in yourself and actually involve yourself in the personal growth, not something that you hope happens. Maybe I'll read a book this year. Maybe I won't. Maybe I'll catch a documentary on Netflix. Maybe I won't. Right? Maybe I'll have a meaningful conversation on the Wisdom app, or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll listen to an episode of Strategy Rewind and gain some insight, or maybe I won't. Right? I mean, you can't live that way. You won't be able to maximize the potential that is in you if you're living that way, hoping, maybe, sort of, kind of, who knows? I may just hit a home run. No, 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 no. The best baseball players prepare, visualize, meditate so that when they're standing on that moment and the crowd is yelling all that they're yelling, they can tunnel vision. They can just black out the noise like some noise canceling headphones and they can just swing for the fences knowing that they've done the preparation. So number one, you're going to have improved relationship, healthier relationships. Number two, you're going to have improved health. You're going to have improved health. Who doesn't want to be healthier? Who doesn't want to live a long life? Who doesn't want to have the vitality and the strength? Who doesn't want that? Everyone wants that. And there's a link between stress and health. And the link between stress and health is undeniable. More stress equals more diseases. The happier and healthier relationships you have equals less stress. See how by investing in you, by actually working in your personal growth, what happens is that the relationships, the quality of relationship increase, and then your health also increase because now you're surrounded by people that embrace ideas, that embrace conversation, that looking for solution, not a bunch of no people that always say no, 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 no. And no matter how great your idea is, it's everything is a no, can't be done, won't be done, we shouldn't do it, we can't do this, we can't do this. You need people around you that are can people, people that say, we can do it. I mean, I know how to do it, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to work it out. We're going to try to make it happen. We're going to tackle with full force. That's the type of people you need around you. And when you have those type of people around you, it reflects on your health. So number one, again, why personal growth matters. Number one, it elevates your relationships, right? Provides you with healthier relationships. Number two, it improves your health. The tools and teachings of personal development and self improvement give us a better understanding of ourselves and of the world around us. Because you have to challenge your limiting beliefs and your limiting mindsets when you decide, I'm going to be a better person. I'm going to be a better version of me. By making that decision, you have to flip a switch in your mind. And it's not just a one time thing, it's an everyday, every second, every minute thing, right? It's like going to the gym and you're working out and you're like, how many sets am I in? And you're done. Your body is telling you stop. But at that moment, you have to smile and trick your brain that I enjoy this. I want this. And then your brain will say, "Oh, he's smiling. He must be happy." And the next set doesn't seem so strenuous. The number one thing we see is the healthier relationships because, again, the better you get, the better those relationships get. Number two, improved health because, again, the better those relationships get, the better your conversations, your way of thinking. The stress reduces. How many relationships do you have that are just triggers for you that you know will cause you stress? People that you are trying to avoid. You don't even want to, right? You have all these people that are just causing you stress, given the killer that stress has turned out to be, and how quickly it negatively impacts our overall quality of life. Wouldn't you want to have improved health? Of course you do. This is why it's important to focus on your personal growth. A third thing you'll see when you decide to actually just go full force to your personal growth, and the reason why personal growth matters is increased productivity. The number one enemy of productivity is procrastination. It's procrastination. Procrastination is often driven by deeper emotions. We're afraid to fail. We're afraid of what people might say. We're afraid how we'll look. We might look silly or think we'll look silly. We won't be able to complete it. Or if we do complete it, it won't be like the way they can do it. Procrastination is often just a cover up for deeper emotions that we do not want to address. People engaged in personal growth as a lifestyle make a habit of digging deeper. They dig deeper in these issues, thereby increasing the likeliness of arriving at a meaningful solution. They actually look at the problem head on. Why don't I want to go to the gym? Oh, because I'm surrounded by a bunch of Arnold Schwarzeneggers and I don't think I'll be enough. No, you look beyond that. Right? You look beyond that and you say, I'm going here for what I'm going here. This is the place where we all meet, but we all have different things that we're trying to accomplish. Increased productivity, the second largest enemy of productivity. I said the first is procrastination, but the second one, you know which one it is? Stress. Stress. The second largest enemy of productivity is stress. When you're stressed out, you don't want to do anything. You lose the desire of actually engaging with anything. Our increasingly hectic and busy life are often driven by the expectations of perfection. We want to get it right and we want to do it once and get it right once. So this perfectionism, the thought of am I going to perform? Am I going to live up to the standard? And when stress enters the mix, our productivity plummets. It drops. So maybe you're not being as productive as you want to be, and you still don't get it. What's happening? It's because of the stress. So many things that you feel burdened, so many things that you feel are bogging you down. Let's be honest, we spend so much of our time worrying and trying to multitask that our ability to focus and actually accomplish what we set out to accomplish, it diminishes entirely. So when we talk about personal growth, in the process, you'll obtain techniques to improve your ability to focus and manage your stress. It'll help you get at those hidden emotions, attack those hidden emotions, and help you find your motivation, help you find your why, help you find your mojo, and get in that state of flow, get that rhythm, get that momentum. Many of you started off the year with high momentum and you said, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get it. And you were in that state of flow where it just felt easy. It felt right. Then all of a sudden, something happened. You were derailed, lost momentum. And the hardest thing to regain is momentum. It's the hardest thing to regain momentum. When you're doing something for the first time, it's easy to just do it, right? But when you do it and then you stop, it's hard sometimes to regain momentum, like going to the gym, like riding a bike. It's easy to ride a bike downhill, but try to ride that bike uphill. You lost momentum. It's no longer on your side. You now have to fight it out. You have to just tooth and nail. So today we're talking about why personal growth matters. Number one, it allows for healthier relationships because as you elevate, the quality of those relationships elevate. Remember, when your relationships are low quality, your life is low quality. And when your relationships are high quality, so too are all of the conversations, so too is all of the things you do. It becomes much more profound. So, healthier relationships. Number two, improved health. You're able to attack the stress because the stress of, oh man, I got to talk to this person again is removed. Instead, you find yourself being inspired, encouraged, motivated. We know that stress has become just a giant killer. And so we need to combat this. And the way you do this is by looking at personal growth. And of course, increased productivity. Who doesn't want to do more? How many people have you seen, rather they would be online, on TV, on the radio, on the Wisdom app, people that you see on social media, and you ask yourself, are these people operating on a different 24 hours than me? Because they're getting so much done and I'm not. It's because they've invested in their personal growth and they've removed procrastination and they've removed stress, which are the top two things when we talk about what is stopping people from accomplishing more, from achieving more. There are always going to be difficulties in our life, and there's always going to be something that tries to rattle us and cause stress. But as you invest in yourself, you begin to develop the tools, you begin to gain the perspective, the tools required to be able to manage that stress. So the question is, the stress you're feeling right now, is it manageable? Or is it actually stopping you from living a better life? The things you're dealing with right now, is it manageable? Or do you feel like you're gonna crumble because of it? Do you feel like the weight of what is on your shoulders is knocking you down? When we talk about becoming better, when we talk about actually accomplishing more, the truth is that it requires us to invest in ourselves. An investment that really, as we've seen based upon the numbers, more people are willing to invest on something else. And we oftentimes want to act as though we're the strong one, as though we're not nervous, as though we're tough. But really, under the surface, under the surface, the truth is seen that you need to invest in yourself. So maybe you're asking, Miguel, how do I start? How do I actually do this? I think the first thing you have to do is surround yourself with people that would nourish your vision. Sometimes this is easier said than done. One of the ways that you can do it is by actually connecting with people here on the Wisdom application. Because at least you can put on those noise canceling headphones. You can put on your headphones, your buds, and you can cancel out the noise that's around you and begin to feed your soul with something more. Subscribe to the Strategy Rewind podcast or any other podcast that you feel that actually provides the insight, the strategy, the mindset that you need. Oftentimes we'll, jump to Spotify and listen to music. I've done that too. But here's the thing about music. Oftentimes music can serve as a cover up. It doesn't provide you any real strategies. It just distracts you from the reality. And what I would encourage you is that you would actually begin to take the moment. Journaling is such a powerful thing. Listening to conversations, being part of conversations here on the Wisdom app or in person with people that you understand. Here's the thing that oftentimes when we branch outside of our circle, our area of comfort, the first thing that settles in is imposter syndrome. We feel like I don't belong in this circle. I'm out of my league. But the truth is that if you want to grow, you're going to have to inch outside of your circle because you're not going to solve a problem with the very perspective that got you into the problem. You need a perspective shift. You need a perspective shift. And that perspective shift doesn't happen by hanging out with the same people, having the same conversations that got you in trouble to begin with. So you're going to have to feel a little bit uncomfortable, like a kid that goes to school for the first time. But what happens is that after a few days, a few weeks of engaging in conversation, of learning, of gaining tools, you actually begin to feel much more comfortable. Not only in the conversation, not only in that setting, in that circle, but with yourself and your personal growth. Because after all, personal growth matters. Of course, if you want to work together, you can head over to miguellebron.com. There you can set up a free 30-minute clarity call. And if it's a right fit, then we can work together. If it's not a right fit, hey, at least you got some perspective and some tools to help you along your way. And you're that much closer to actually accomplishing your goals. Because it's no commitment, it's just a free 30-minute clarity call. And think about this. Stephen Curry is known as the greatest long-range shooter in the National Basketball Association, and he is, rightfully so. But one of the reasons that makes him great, one of the reasons that he is great, one of the things that makes him great is that he has selective amnesia. And this is that he'll shoot a shot. I mean, he may miss the first one, he may miss the second one, he may miss the third one, he may miss the fifth one, he may even miss the sixth one, or the seventh one, or the eighth one, or the ninth one. Now, you may be focusing on the misses, but I want you to focus on the fact that he even went for the second, he even went for the third, he even went for the fifth after he missed the very first one. So maybe you gave one step and it wasn't the one you wanted it to be. So give another. And then when you're done, take another step. And another step. And another. Because personal growth matters.